My name is Roxana Coper, and I'm here to talk to you about protecting our rights. In the 1800s, women were not allowed to own property, to divorce their husbands or have custody of their own children. They could not go to college and were limited to the choices of job opportunities. The idea of living like this seemed so aberrant. They were citizens of this country, and yet they didn't even have the right to vote. We have come a long way since then, but it took a lot of work to get there. It has taken a lifetime of work for Susan B. Anthony. She helped open college doors for women and helped pass the Marriage Women Bill, which gave many new opportunities to women. No one has made such an impact on women's rights. Women now have the same rights as men. We have rights and laws in place to protect them. Yet even in modern times, people's rights are still being violated. In 2007, Lilly Ledbetter realized towards the end of a 19-year career was being underpaid by as much as 40% compared to her male colleagues. How many other people are in this same predicament and are not even aware of it? Lilly Ledbetter's rights on equal rights are being violated, but she was unable to defend herself because of the lettering of the law that was in place to protect the companies. Equal rights are a privilege that have been given to us. They need to be protected and to be watched over carefully, and at times fought for again. Throughout Anthony's life, she has overcome many obstacles. Through her work, she was able to make a difference and witness the world changing because of it. Susan B. Anthony shaped the history of America with her vision of equality, one that needs continued development and support to this day. Anthony began her work in 1845, trying to bring awareness to the suffrage, although in 1852 is when she really made an impact. She formed the New York State Temperance Society, bringing a greater awareness and understanding to the need of women's rights. On behalf of women, she was asked to speak and share her views to the New York legislature. The following day, the Married Women's Bill was signed. This gave women the right to choose the job of their choice, to keep whatever wages they earned, and to own property. It also allowed women to sue and be sued, and to share custody of their children with their husbands. Furthermore, in 1872, Anthony casted an illegal ballot to vote for presidency. She made newspaper headlines across the nation, bringing a greater awareness to the suffrage movement. In 1875, Wesley College opened its doors to women. Anthony had paid the University of Rochester the financial obstacles that they had for admitting women. She paid this with her own life insurance. This led to many opportunities for women and to have better careers. And then finally, in 1920, women were granted the right to vote. Anthony devoted a lifetime of work for equal rights. She paved a path for women and for women to become prominent members of our society. Women are now recognized as more valuable citizens to our nation. In the eyes of the law, women are now equal. Legally, women started getting equal rights 149 years ago, as you can see. Generations have had time to adjust to equal rights, and yet still rights are being violated today. On average, women make 78 cents for every dollar a man makes. In 2007, Lilly Ledbetter found herself nearing the end of a 19-year career with Goodyear Tire Company, where she was a supervisor. Someone had slipped her information on how much her fellow colleagues were making salary-wise. Her male colleagues were making 40% more than her. She filed the necessary paperwork, although through the courts she found that she was unable to do anything about it because she had to file the paperwork 6 months from her first discriminating paycheck. Lilly Ledbetter's rights for equal rights were being violated, and yet she was unable to defend herself because of the law that was in place to protect the companies that were from being sued. She questioned that law, stating that most workplaces discourage workers from sharing the knowledge of their earnings. The law has since been changed, and in January 2009, newly elected President Obama signed his first bill, the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act. Discriminated workers now are able to make a claim 6 months from every paycheck. Laws need to be revised to protect the rights of the people, but they can only be changed by the people. Anthony shaped the history of America. She helped pass the Married Women's Bill. She also had a hand in opening college doors to women. And when she took a final stand and voted illegally in 1872 in the election of presidency, she drew nationwide attention to women lacking the right to vote. In turn, states began granting women's suffrage. Through her determination, the 19th Amendment was passed. Laws are continuing to be reshaped to better protect the rights protect rights, as in the case of Lilly Ledbetter. Ledbetter's rights were being violated. By the lettering of the law, she was defenseless to do anything. Therefore, she questioned that law, and it has been altered, proving that laws need to be revised to protect the people, therefore continuing to create a more equal society. The statistics of women making 78 cents for every dollar a man earns is disturbing, knowing how hard Anthony worked. Countless women still are losing thousands of dollars in salary, income, and retirement savings. Until the day when the word prejudice is no longer needed, people need to garrison themselves and others when rights are being violated, even if it means questioning and redefining the laws that protect them. Are there any questions?
Yes. What was Susan B. Anthony's toughest challenge?
Susan B. Anthony's toughest challenge must have been in the beginning, when no one knew of her. Her words did not carry the weight that they did in the end. Women were still seen as second-class citizens. She had to gain the respect of the people in order for them to hear her. She accomplished that and gained the respect for women in the eyes of the nation. Are there any other questions?
What did she do in the later years of her life?
She helped Ida Harper write a book called The Life and Work of Susan B. Anthony. She wanted the public to have a true account of her life and work. Are there any other questions?
How much money did Lily Ledbetter make if she would have been able to make an amount similar to that of her coworkers?
She lost more than $200,000 in salary alone. This does not count pension or Social Security benefits. She never received any kind of compensation for her losses. Thank you.